and welcome to chapter 172 of our streaming adventure. It's been about a week because apparently I live in Kaldheim because my land is snow-covered, and including the pipes that are inside my home have decided to freeze. Now, I'm down in the basement right now, and this wall is an exterior wall, and a pipe runs along that bulkhead until it gets over into this corner and then comes down. And apparently right there it decided to freeze. And what that freezing meant was that our sump did not discharge. And when our sump did not discharge, it started vibrating the whole house, which was bad. And so we've been hand bailing out the sump while trying to find a way to thaw these pipes. And my brilliant wife had a plan for an infrared heat lamp, which I never thought would work, but apparently shooting an infrared light on the wall warmed the pipes inside, and the ice flow finally broke. But that is the reason that I have not streamed this week. So normally the wheel deck that should have occurred on Tuesday never did. And we never did our practice on Thursday. And so I don't really think I'm in a position right now to play the challenge, or I'm not mentally in a place to play the challenge, but I thought, hey, I could play a big pile of nonsense. So, insert pile of nonsense. Now, the wheel deck spun up Narcomoeba, and so I don't want it to play Dredge. And so looking at, what are some other decks that use Narcomoeba? I thought about Hermit Druid. And I was like, okay, so you have the Hermit Druid interaction where if you're not playing any basics, you can kind of flip your whole deck over. That'll trigger the Narcomoebas to come back into play, which you can then sack to Dread Return to bring back a Thassa's Oracle, and you have no cards, therefore you win. And I was like, but what if we could make it worse? And so I was like, well, sure, sometimes you have Flash and you have Protean Hulk, and then Protean Hulk says, go get 6 CMCs of cards. So you can get a Thassa's Oracle and a Cephalid Illusionist and a Nomad Zincor, and with Thassa's Oracle's trigger on the stack, you can mill your library out and win that way. And I was like, what if we have more combos? So I don't know. I thought this would be appropriately goofy. So let's be goofy. I don't want that. I want this. And we'll see if anybody out there is willing to be goofy this morning, ahead of the challenge starting. Maybe there are out there people playing. But that was another thing, is I thought I could maybe get this out of the way and see if I have talked myself into playing the challenge, or... Yeah, exactly. Let's be goofy. So I'm thinking I do this as a lead up to the challenge for everybody else, and then they can go on their way and watch the challenge. Or maybe I'll talk myself into playing the challenge, but I've neglected some of the stuff around the house that we probably need to do. But I also think maybe I do this one now over a couple hours. I let the challenge start. I go do some other stuff I have to do, and then maybe I come back in the afternoon and we do another wheel league. So here we go. All right, we have won the die roll with our questionable deck. All right, welcome to round one. Well, we have a Black Lotus, Thassa's Oracle, Ancestral Recall. The only thing I worry about is that these Narcomoebas are in my hand. It's gonna, and also we have more than one Thassa's Oracle, right? Yeah. It's hard to say no to a Black Lotus and Ancestral Recall, but I'm wondering, do I have two? No, because there are other ways I can still win. We gotta keep this. That's what I'm thinking. It's like, oh, well, I hate all these cards. Oh, but these ones are good. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. So if I'd play those out, I'll go down to 4 cards. They kept 7 as well. Now if I Ancestral right now, the only thing I'm thinking around, I would play around Force of Negation, but I also want to potentially play stuff out. Okay, so they would have had the Force regardless. I could go Narcomoeba Beats. No, it would be better wouldn't be able to play both Narcomoebas at the same time. So they pitched Gush to their Force, playing a Dark Confidant. Not bad. All right. I'm thinking I have to get a Narcomoeba in play so that I have enough cards. How do you like this? How do you like hardcast Narcomoeba in your life? No, I'm not going to block a Dark Confidant. Look, I have these Narcomoebas are ready to pitch to Force of Wills. Do not draw the second Thassa's Oracle for the turn. That's going to be a blowout. Sure. Okay. Trigger, trigger. All right, I like to Cabal Therapy them. Let's just make sure there's no Force of Will over there. They have days. Oh no! All right, they have days. I almost thought they had days. How else can we put? We can wait. We could upkeep Memory's Journey back. Well, it means we have to clear that days. Okay, I'm going to name days this time. I better put a stop on my own upkeep. I almost named days the first time. Okay, so yeah, get in there. Send a message. So the question will be, how can I... So I need to get enough creatures into play. I'll take it. And maybe that's why I could have shuffled Narcomoebas back in had I done that. All right, what do I want then? I want Black Lotus. I want... Don't get a fetch land. Where's Mox Sapphire? Why does it cost 2? Oh, because I thought I had the flashback cost, but it's in my hand because I'm dumb. Nice. I'm ready to pay the flashback cost, but it was already in my hand. Well, that didn't work. I thought I had it. I did not. But it was close. I feel like that was close. I was all set to shuffle them back in. I just didn't realize I didn't have the mana. Veil of Summer and Flusterstorm potentially to protect me. Would they have Leyline there? So Dark Confidant from them, Sylvan Library. They're probably bug-ish. I feel like that was close. That was closer than it looked. I could take those out. Do I want to do that? Hi, buddy. Hi. Oh, your breath is terrible. Go away. Oh, your breath was really bad, dude. I don't think I need that. What if I pull these back in? And then... Okay. On the play again... So now we're going to have to clear... We just play the slow game, finding our Assassin's Trophy. We'll never flash back a therapy. I like that interaction. Force, Preordain, Preordain. Managorger Hydra. I think that's the bigger threat that I can't necessarily stop right now. Okay, so I can't therapy and veil and fluster. And say I therapy and they force it. The fact they have double counter. I think I can pass here because I want to catch the Hydra. If they time walk, sure. That still technically works, I think. All right, so they've expended mental misstep. We can make them force this. Force pitching a preordain. So now there's a lot less. Get my Tundra for my Nomad and Core. Like you do. They could just play a Managorger Hydra. Yep. Is there any need to play the Hermit Druid right now? I guess if I find Assassin's Trophy, I want to be able to blow that up and then go. I could have attacked with the Nomad first. Double Hydra. Pretty good. Take it. Yep, so now we wait. I guess if I draw Athasa's Oracle, I can cast it. Cast the Oracle, and in response, deck myself. So we're drawing to that right now before the Hydras kill us. A lot of preordains here. So this is what? 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're dead next turn. 10. So we're still dead next turn unless something happens. We're dead this turn. So is there a way to put this... I could throw it all on Hermit Druid, but then it doesn't matter what I draw. So as long as they have any instant. So I put in front of this guy will get trampled, 5, 6, but it doesn't do me any good to not have... I need Hermit Druid as the start of any of the things I'm going to do. I feel like that was right. I just needed one more turn anyway. I'm not sure what this can find me. This could have... Alright, big box, no whammies. You gotta keep digging. I forgot I was at 1. Yeah, we weren't getting there anyway. Womp womp. Alright. Life total matters. So, having too many Narcomoebas in our opening hand ruined game 1. Because or if I would have correctly used the power and saw that they were holding a Daze in the first game instead of trying to hit a Force. Maybe that's what I needed. Well, so we had found one person that was willing to play on a Saturday morning. Can we find any more? Although I guess that's the point of this deck. The games will go fairly quick. I think I had cut the Force of Vigor, but even through their ley line, with the Hermit Druid active, if we would have drawn Thassa's Oracle, we would draw the Oracle. Sorry, we would play the Oracle in response, activate Hermit Druid, and that still wins through the ley line. So that would have been pretty cool. Oh well. Hope everybody is having a nice morning or afternoon or evening, depending on where you are. I thought my thought was that maybe we could catch people ahead of the challenge, but then again, I know sometimes when I myself am playing the challenge, I'm doing a whole bunch of errands and stuff leading up till it's time to start the challenge, so I wouldn't have time to play in a league, but maybe there are other people that do. That's my hope anyway. I mean, it's still about an hour and a half before people need to play in the league, play in the challenge, so. Dear people, come play with us. Now, I know my normal Saturday morning thing is to bring up the crossword puzzles, but I don't know if I really want to be playing crossword puzzles while I wait for a league to fire, although, I don't know, we're already at 3 minutes. Maybe that's just what's going to happen. Although, what has happened in the past is whenever we all right, I guess I'll go find something else to do, as I pretend to okay, I'm going to look for that thing, as I'm looking, that's normally when it jumps back in. So no. Really? You're gonna make me play a crossword? I can't imagine that the crossword puzzle normally is what I get to do in between rounds of the challenge. It'll be pretty crazy if I have to. Come on, man. I'm doing almost everything I can to bluff it into it's well, I'm gonna do it. If you don't stop me, I'm gonna do it. And it's not doing anything. Spanish rice dish. Way station unit. I would say ton. Practice in the ring. Bilbo Baggins portrait. Martin Freeman? I don't know what that's asking. Neil Diamond. I don't understand this plus first 3 and stuff. I think we'll figure it out later. Pelvic bone is your hip. Sacrum. Race. Non-native speakers subject. What is it, ESL? Occupied like a diner booth. I think these two are tied together. There we go. Opponent found. Now don't run away on me, because that'll be terrible. We have won the die roll again. Okay. Damn Narcomoeba's in my hand. Yeah, I don't like this. This is better. Those are all good. It's 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. Preordain. Is that the new set? Preordain bottomed. I think we just have to protect the Hermit Druid. Maybe they discard. Maybe they play Lotus Petal. All right. White. Try to protect. Force back. Pitching a force of negation. Sure. Dig through time. Whenever they tap like 2 mana and it says paying costs. They're looking for some good ones. Now, had I fought the Ancestral instead, so we could wait for them to present something and trophy that. I thought I clicked yes. Yep. So I still think they are Breach. They just managed to find their monk. So they've already burned a handful of cards. They brainstorm, so something is protected on top. I'm not going to live long over here. Yeah. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Top bottomed on the preordain. Dreadhorde. Maybe they're... I mean, they could just be Breach. You're going to have one mentor anyway. So now this is lethal, though, because the Dreadhorde gives the flashback. Alright. So... lost game 1. I think we do need protection. Leyline, like, that thing is, are they Breach? But they could just kill us with the other half that, like they did. I feel like Assassin's Trophy might be on the weaker side. Force Figure could have done something. I think there's a bunch of stuff. We could give ourselves an extra. If we took the Flash Hulk element out. How many cards are just the Flash Hulk element? Hulk. This would let me bring in like Abrupt Decays and or some ley lines, theoretically. Is that just better? Might be. I mean, they also did fire off an early Dig Through Time. Do I need to check what's going on there now? Force, Probe, Swords, Ravenous Trap. Okay. So Veil of Summer does stop Ravenous Trap. That is worth knowing. I guess I could have veiled this. That might be worthwhile so that they wouldn't know what I have. See what they do at the preordain. Bottom. Maybe I could draw an Underground Sea. I mean, I might as well cast another one. In case they draw, I mean... Sure. I've got all the Undergrounds in the world. Sure. They now have hard cast force available. Can I Hermit Druid into a time? Trying to get them to do something. I know this is very exciting. Are you going to hard cast a force here? That answers whether they had multiple Tundras. Here's the question. Do they have multiple Tundras? Do you think they have 3 Tundras? That seems like a lot. That's a good one. So they had force for that. So I could just put Thassa's Oracle. Force of Will. Is it up to? Where's the other Thassa's Oracle? This should have been tropical. Bye, Narcomoebas. Yes. Well, I tried the first two. It wouldn't let me. All right. So we did catch them. Are they going to ancestral me? I'm surprised by that. Well, no, that lets me stop it in response. Sure. How about this one? Look at us getting a win. Well then, could we protect our combo better? I mean, we tried with the Veil of Summer. I feel like the ley lines did something, whether they were the right thing. It was more the fact they tapped out the double Tundra so that we could go for Hermit Druid Time Walk. And really, it was MVP Merchant's Journey, Memory's Journey there. I don't know, did he change anything? I don't know about Force of Vigor. I could flash in. We could have Flash, we could have a Protean Hulk, we could have a Cephalid Illusionist, we could have a single Nomad in core for the max value here. Or we give ourselves another Leyline. Or just keep it alone. Leave it alone. Abrupt Decay. I'll take an Abrupt Decay. Okay. Bum bum bum. I can't keep that. Probe Therapy. Well, we've given up the secrets here. Ancestral. Brainstorm, Containment Priest. These are all terrible for me. I think the biggest one I don't want is probably Dreadhorde? Maybe not. What's the biggest problem on that side? Brainstorm has the best chance to improve that hand. And then if they play a Dreadhorde, I can kill it. Delta. Crack. Yep. I think the question is going to be, do I want to... So they're holding... Well, Teferi's a blue card, technically. They're preordain bottomed as they look for a land. They found a Soul Guide Lantern. Okay. Eat my therapy. Yep. I could go Narcomoeba Beatdown. And I think that's what we're all here for, is Narcomoeba Beatdown. Can I not get this? Sweet Narcomoeba Beats. Yep. They don't have the black for Demonic 2. Top, bottom off that preordain. I did that wrong. If I would have hit the Tundra, they would have floated the mana. I could have forced them to play the thing. Okay. Well, that's white mana. That's a Containment Priest and Swords and Teferi. Really? Sure. If they had the counter back, they did. They had pitched their Teferi. Okay. Well, can you kill me? Lotus, but I guess they can no, they could Lotus into Demonic Tutor. Do they have enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 3 for the Lotus. 3 for... I wouldn't have done that first. 1, 2, 3, 4. You Lotus, Demonic Tutor, and Brain Freeze. I guess maybe they didn't have the land drop. Because they had a blue available. Crack this for black. Demonic Tutor. Ta-da. You're going to give me an army of Narcomoebas. Theoretically. I'll take an army of Narcomoebas. And then I will Memory's Journey back. Yep. I want to get all of the Narcomoebas in play. Sprite Dragon, nice. Trigger. Can you give me all the Narcomoebas in the world? Uh-huh. Do they have another? Okay, that's what I was going to say. Do they have another way to stop? Sure. Now the question will be when they trigger Memory's Journey, theoretically. Do they not like that I haven't scooped immediately? I'm playing to my outs here, buddy. They could build up to Counterspell. No, you just Ancestral me in response. Why would you Time Walk? just so that you have another potential turn if something happens. There we go. We're the Narcomoeba deck. See, I think they should kill me before we mill into the Memory's Journey. See, now... Well, that wasn't it. There's Memory's Journey. No, with that on the stack, they should have activated Soul Guide Lantern, so I would have to activate Memory's Journey, and then they get milled away. See, that's what they should have done. Because if you activate Soul Guide Lantern here, yeah, force me to use the Journey. Sure. I mean, we're dead regardless, because they can Ancestral us twice. But... I want to draw... I want to draw Veil of Summer, Thassa's Oracle. It doesn't matter. They can literally cast Ancestral again. Yep. Still had all these. They're even taking another turn after this. Oh, they got me. They played around it. Come on, opponents. That was interesting, at least. I guess when you cut a hole in the wall, it does make it a little bit colder in your office. But it just happens. Ooh, that went quick. All right, join our match. Spike me? Hey, how's it going, Steve? Oh, nomads. Well, we got to keep this. Why am I not playing Savannah? Dear opponent, I have a Nomad Encore. I like it. I always like a good fast bond. Don't be a dick. Do you have the recurrent... That was it? I guess I could hold cards in my hand, trying to... Beats. Okay, if they strip mine me again, we float the green, and we put the real lands back in our deck. See, that's bad. I did it again. I'm planning to use the flashback of Memory's Journey while it is still in my hand. You're not allowed to do that. Why do I have to keep yielding to this stuff? I thought I passed through the turn. Sure. Like, I have literally yielded through the turn. Maybe not literally. There we go. Potentially, maybe that'll allow me to go. Loam is in their hand. Yeah, I need to wait till I hit a Mox. Or a Lotus, whatever. So let's just wait. I feel like they're not necessarily going to hit. They probably have Bajuka Bog. Right? They probably have Bajuka Bog. They certainly should have Tabernacle. Or Tranquil Thicket. Yeah, like, well, okay, the fact that they have Life from the Loam, they want to have Life from the Loam going. And our opponent is currently 0-4, so I'm glad that I can help them out. Dogs are barking upstairs. Something's going on. Well, like, they didn't seem to go for it last. They should have the kill. They just haven't bothered to do anything with it. That's why I'm like, okay, knock yourself out. I think this is an interesting version. Like, they have Uro. I didn't have Uro in my version. But it's like they're not getting anywhere. Like, okay, you've put these lands in your hand. Why is Tranquil Thicket not... it feels like something's off. Strip and play 6 lands to mill himself 3 cards. Okay, so Uro's in play now. I don't know, it didn't look like they're gaining mana when they do this, but maybe I'm just missing it. See, that it looks like they're finally gaining mana now, but there's only 1 card in their hand. So now they have double loam. Yeah, but they're not doing. That's what I'm saying. That's what's weird is they're not doing that part. Okay, there's a Field of the Dead, so now they can get some zombies. So they'll build up a lethal attack force. And maybe that's all they were missing before, is you build up this lethal attack force with Glacial Chasm out past the turn, don't pay the Chasm, attack for lethal. Right? Yeah, so we're going to have 1 turn, and as long as we draw a Mox, we kill them. Especially because now the Elvish, what do you call it, is tapped. There they go. They have a Bazaar now to go with the loam. So they should have a Time Walk somewhere, right? Blast Zone. I kind of want them to do everything so I can take a screenshot. They gotta have a Time Walk somewhere. Because they have blue available. That's why I said, like, I just let them play out everything so I can get a picture. So, yep, Tabernacle. I would not suggest putting a Tabernacle in play. Well, they could Tabernacle so that it messes me up, and then now they're protected, right? Yeah, now you pass the turn, make me pay, I can't pay, then just waste it. Yeah. Don't draw the Mox, that pissed me off. Okay. Okay, they did the right thing. Yep. Opponent got us. Okay. So we want those. probably want these. They are going to have, like, they're going to have... We saw spheres already, so then that's the question, is do we want to fight more of that? I feel a lot of what they're going to have is, can I counter it or not? Mental misstep would be good. Do I just try to... not be so cute? I mean, that gets me a lot of the way there. And then I still just have Thassa's Oracle kill. Thassa's Oracle kill a few different ways. Let me try that. You know it's bad when you're on the play all the time. Ooh, how about this? We keep with a turn 1 Cabal Therapy U for Fast Bond. But the rest of this hand doesn't do anything. This is my pitch to Force a Will. So it's probably this. Put back this. Thank you, Steve. They are your Assassin's Trophies. Keep these two. I want to play a land for... Do I want to play a land for the turn is the question, maybe. Because he's just going to have Wasteland. All right, so now... That's fine. Beats. Coin turns beats. It's annoying. I don't think I have any way to kill that land. I'm glad I did not deploy my Narc Rainbow. Okay. I have the slowest beats in the West. The fact that they have double forest makes this Field of the Dead going to take even longer to come online. So, depending on what they deploy, get a black source here. Abrupt Decay cannot target Leyline, unfortunately. Otherwise, I promise you I would have. So, Ancestral Recall, but it means you're going to draw 2 terrible cards. I don't think that's good enough. I could speed up my clock by playing a Narcomoeba. Who am I kidding? I'm here for Narcomoeba beats. Now, removing the chance to... So this puts it at 11. They didn't even play a land last turn. Oh, we've awoken the beast. What are you going to do? Mind Break Trap. No, thank you. Okay, the second mind break trap got me, I admit. Well, that'll do, pig. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now they have their zombie. What is this? Why are you responding to this? Why would they have done that there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Why would they have acted bizarre there? They could have made more and chose not to. Plus, they haven't hit any kind of, like, had they had any wasteland, whatever effects like that, plus, I think the main color you go after is green. There goes Bajuka Bog. Take it. I swear to God, every time I draw this card. Got him. All right, so we know that they also have. Well, I mean, we kind of expected that. That's why we brought the Force of Vigors in. Is Flusterstorm better than Force? Not necessarily. Eh. This hand sucks. They are keeping 7. I like it. All right, so you have to send a card back. I mean, it's either Demonic Tutor or Time Walk. I feel like this can draw me to the third. I'm going to say Tutor. Pitching an Earl. Okay. Yep. So I could kill Fast Bond right here. I have 3 cards in hand. I kind of want him to play something else out, though. That's not what we were looking for. Damn it. Can I just draw a land, punk? All right, what do you think? Go for it? They now have Hardcast Trap, though. Oh, that's annoying. Gotta go beats. I think I should have gone for it, but then like I'm just dead. Solid draw. I guess when you say that you're going to play a deck about the wheel, or if the focus of your deck is Narcomoeba, and then you play Narcomoeba beats. I'm going to say no. I just don't want to click all this time. How much better would it have been if this idiot was in play? Force of Vigor, Mindbreak Trap. Okay. So now we just need to draw the land. Just kidding. Draw Lotus. No, wait till you have the land and go for it all at once. Because otherwise they could just Force of Vigor me. I mean, Abandoned Hope is right there. Woo! We won a match? Look at us. Sometimes even a blind Narcomoeba can find an acorn. So it should be updating my record next to my face down there. Okay. Yeah, it should be taking it right from MTGBot as opposed to the other thing where I used to keep track. All right, so what do they got? This is the Narcomoeba mirror match. So what do I want? I want probably green. Green is the primary color. Oh, hello. Y'all ready for this? Black. Demonic Tutor. Steve, get ready to clip this. I'll get a Protean Hulk. I'll cast Flash. I will choose this creature. No. Oh no, it died! I would like to have a Thassa's Oracle, a Nomad and Core, and a Cephalid Illusionist. I got responses. Target. 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 Nice dredge deck. Resolves. Combo! Alright. For you. I mean, Flusterstorm is likely to be better than Force of Will. Probe is not. I want a mental misstep there. I am not. This was me making up for earlier in the week. I have other stuff that I needed to do, and instead of doing it in the morning and then streaming right up against the challenge, I thought I'd stream now ahead of the challenge. So we already have a Force of Vigor. We could shuffle their stuff in, but that doesn't seem as good. Alright, I will do it myself then. Because it took too long. My bad. What do I cut? Assassin's Trophy still deals with the thing. Maybe I just have an extra Force of Vigor. That's the first time I got to do the flash kill, though. That was cool. I don't even have Wastelands. This is an interesting deck. I gotta go back and see it. That is definitely clip worthy. I mean, this is turn 2. I would say, oh, you had the ley line and oh, I don't have. For a second, I thought that was Jet. All right, so my question is, do I deploy So this has to get I need a black source here. Do I check for Force of Wills first? Or Force of Vigor or anything like that? I think I have to. My thought was, oh, I'll just flash it back with the Illusionist. That actually doesn't work, thanks to Leyline of the Void, sir. Creeping Chill, Force of Vigor, Leyline Surgical. So Surgical could be a problem. Well, I was more worried about Force of, like, trying to Assassin's Trophy the Void, and then they counter it when you're trying to clear the Void. That's what I was worried about. So now here, if we just draw a Thassa's Oracle, we just kill. Okay, so dredge. All-Star Narcomoeba. So you're going to get some of those. Did they discard anything from hand that we could see? Stop. Discarded Imp, Leyline. So this Leyline is gone. And then regular dredge. How many? There's only one therapy in there, so it's whether they can hit trophy to clear the Leyline. Keep in mind, Jeremy, they still have surgical extraction. I know Prize Amalgam's coming. Because I didn't really think about it when I built the deck. I kind of put it together this morning, and I absolutely agree we should have a Bayou. But we don't. I got a Tundra, though. I have a Tundra, so I can cast my sweet Nomad in Core. Can I... Just giving myself a blocker here. The only question would be, are they going to try to therapy my therapy? Would they think to therapy my therapy? Because they pitched all imps. And then their draw step, they can dredge again. So I'm at 12. I've got to block. Well, they also, did they just dredge? Okay, they dredged again. But now they have double therapy. So they could potentially clear me out. Yep, they stacked it correctly. Just, there's no need. Don't use Cabal Therapy. What? 3... Okay, all I did was save 3 life. That's true. So all I did was save 3 life. That's not enough. You're right. I was worried about another one coming. Yeah, you're right. I was worried about getting hit for another Creeping Chill, but at that point, they didn't have another way to trigger a Creeping Chill, so that's just a whiff on my part. So hear me out. We Hermit Druid. Because I have Memory's Journey to dodge the one from them. Is this what they're going to surgical? Okay, so they are targeting... So then this one misses. Narco. So they have 3 cards, and I know 2 of them. Got him. Nice dredge deck. To be fair, that was very fortuitous for me. All right, can we win this last? Oh, the challenge has already started, but can we? Can we manage to? Wow, we're 2-2 right now, which I would not have expected, to tell you the truth. But started 0-2, then 2-0. Just need to finish this off. And then we need to spin for the next wheel. Now the question is, I might just play the second league later today. I need to take a break and go take care of some stuff, but maybe this evening we do a stream and play another wheel league just to try to check stuff off a little bit faster. I don't know. A lot of it will be see how I'm feeling. So I don't know. I haven't streamed all week. I felt the need that now that the pipe situation is fixed, okay, let's get in and make up for Tuesday. And then Thursday is just a practice day anyway, so I don't really feel like I need to make up for Thursday. But the fact that we put it on challenge day, I don't know. We're losing out on challenge equity. So, Steve, the problem is the basement down here. So, like, that wall is an exterior wall. And even though there is a bulkhead, come with me, camera guy. So even though there's a bulkhead that runs across the top, over here in the corner, you can see I cut a hole in the wall to access the pipe because that pipe goes outside. So the bulkhead comes across, comes down, and goes outside. And so this is an infrared lamp that we have been shining at the wall, and by shining it at the wall, it like thawed the pipe out or something. So success, much success. But because the pipe was frozen, it was stopping the sump pump from pumping water out, and it was like vibrating the whole house, and that sucks. So we had to empty the sump by hand, which also sucks. Okay. Okay. I'm surprised this win is fast, although like we lost like the first match like immediately. Like we tried to turn one and we screwed it up, and then we got eaten by a Managorger Hydra. So maybe that part of it's not crazy. Here, while we're waiting, I'm going to take the opportunity to run to the bathroom and see if our league will have fired by then. I'm back. Join. Okay. Lost the die roll for the first time. That is terrible. Terrible news. Going for the 3/2. Ooh, no. Mulligan this. They mulligan to 6. I agree. So, what's funny, Steve, is the quote problem is that we fixed all of the bad drainage in the backyard. And because the drainage has been fixed, the sump hasn't been running as much. And by not running as much, like the water was sitting in the pipes instead of flowing through the pipe. And that's why it froze, is because we finally fixed our drainage too much. Talk about a total BS problem to have. But there you go. Preordained from them. All right, so looking at this hand, I'm thinking, how can I get a Thassa's Oracle set up with a Demonic Consultation, etc. is my plan. Bottom on that preordain. We have a new plan. We are going to try to Flash Hulk. Sure. It had the force. For an Oko, that would have been bad. All right, so now can we get a black source so we can Vampiric Tutor? Oath was a shuffle. Preordain. Bottomed. All right, so we got end step, Vampiric for a consult, kill you. Is that what we want? So they forced, they pitched an Oko. We have been misstepped. I could almost cast this big fat W. 7 mana. I'm two away. Do I even want a 6/6? That seems pretty good. Imagine here if I could therapy and then flash it back with the Protean Hulk. See, now they're going to go get their land. Now I have therapy flashback there. Yep. But if they properly wait, it won't matter. Flusterstorm. One, two. You're going to give me a trigger anyway. Might as well just kill you. Is there a better way to do that? I could play Narcomoeba and flash it back and take the Flusterstorm, but I don't need that. I need to untap with Hermit Druid. Just give me one to make sure. All right, now I got two. I hope whatever you find is not good enough. It is not good enough. All right, so hit Flusterstorm. They drew Gristle. That's rough. Okay. Play land here. Do we have enough friends? Yep. Yep. Okay, just Dread Return our Oracle. Bang! Did I miss something? They do not appear to have shenanigans in their graveyard. Could be wrong. I guess I never realized I could probably hard cast Dread Return at some point. Theoretically. Just saying. our opponent is thinking hard. Okay. So we won that first game. Things we care about. We care about them countering us if we're trying to do our thing. And maybe we care about the oath itself? Hmm. Like the Flash Protean Hulk is cute, but I do think it adds a lot of, I was gonna say junk, and then I wanted to say clutter, but it's junk. Like, yeah, it's really cool when you flash fluff. It's too much fluff. You don't want too much fluff. So what else do I look? Maybe mystical. The disadvantage of mystical, although it finds exactly what you want, sometimes not enough. Fluff is the nice word. Junk is the reality word. Okay. So I don't have anything here, but I can stop them from a quick one. I think I want to do that. If we're focused on them having a really quick oath. Well, maybe if they show and tell. Some sweet draws over here, boss. Maybe like oath with a time walk. This is my favorite version, the old frame with the new art. So what did you demonic tutor for? Would they have show and tell? Tap that Forbidden Orchard. Force of Will, Mock Sapphire, Surgical Extraction. So they went full defense? That feels weird. Druid Time Walk, okay. Play Misty. What are you holding this Mock Sapphire for? I'll say, play the Mox Sapphire so you have Hardcast Force. Hard casting a Leyline of the Void. Okay. So that leaves them a Surgical and a Force of Will in hand. I can't stop that. I only have 4 mana, so it resolves. And they're going to Surgical my Cabal Therapy. Okay. So Therapy is gone as an avenue, but now I know, so I just play around the Force of Will in their hand. Okay. It's a great draw. Beats. Okay. I was gonna say we could theoretically decay a Mox to take them back off of Force, but there's no need. I just want to thin some of the lands out of my deck. I mean, that's not a great plan. I still have another fetch in hand, but maybe we draw a Brainstorm. It's worthwhile. Pretty sure Brainstorm's in my deck. I hope it is. Come on, opponent. Got some nice snowfall going on outside. I told you I live in Kaldheim. My land is snow covered. Can we get the aggro spirit beatdown? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not true. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I had to speed up my clock. One, two, three, four, five, 6. So they have 6 mana. Sphinx costs 8? I think Sphinx costs 8. May I have a Merchant Scroll? Their misstep is already used up. Yeah, we just get an ancestral. Now, we could ancestral 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It would come down to they would have to have exactly Pyroblast, because if they hardcast Force, we respond with a Force. Okay, so I think I'm willing to do this because them tapping out means I get another spirit. Well, Forbidden, that's true. But I wanted the spirit here so that I only have to attack 4 times, and then I still have Abrupt Decay available to me. So this Force is gone. The only thing about waiting for me would have been to... I mean, now we just need to draw a blue card, really, but... There we go. Now I have Hardcast Force available. As I have my aggro... Is this Angry Hermit asking for a friend? The friend is me. Like, I kind of want them to lose the life. Because whatever they go for, I can either try to Force a Will it or untap Abrupt Decay it. Would they have like a Wrath effect? Is that what they're looking for? It's got to be that they're hoping for Oath. I'm willing to counter this because the Ancestral could turn into too many other things. Even if they're holding a Force, they would have to tap out to do it, giving us the 4th spirit. 3rd spirit, but 4th point of attacking. So, who knew Narcomoeba had such power? I mean, it's very interesting for us to have lost the first 2 matches. Well, we got O2'd, and then we learned, and we lost 1-2, and then we learned, and well, we won, but we won like the last 2 games, and then we swept the last 2 opponents. So this is obviously not the greatest deck in the world, but it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting how it ended up. Let's look at the deck list. So, yeah, I agree. Bayou could have been included, maybe over Tropical Island. I wanted to have another green source, but maybe this should be Bayou. And then I would have a Bayou and a Tundra, and maybe I would have to fiddle with the fetch lands. But I am legit impressed how scribbling ideas on a card saying play Flash and Protean Hulk and Thassa's Oracle and stuff to turn this into this deck. Voila. Well, all right. While I'm thinking about it, we need to spin for the next wheel, which I'm not saying 100% is later tonight, but it's very likely. I will post on Twitter how I'm feeling later. But where's my thing? Oh, yeah, I gotta do this. Okay, so where's the wheel thing? Right there. Okay, current choices. Now, hello and welcome. This portion of the event is where we have the wheel. What the wheel is subscriber-driven content that when you resub to the channel, you get to give me a single card strategy, an archetype, a format you want me to play, and then we put that on the wheel. We spin it up like the deck you see right now. It was Narcomoeba was the card I had to play, and then I get to choose how to exemplify Narcomoeba, I guess is a way to put it. So what's currently out there is Blood Moon, the archetype Nick Fit, Ethereal Forger. We have somebody that hasn't given me a choice yet. Neoform single card strategy. Stoneforge Mystic. I have to play a companion. Play Pioneer. Choose Green Sun Zenith. Play Cube. Opposition Agent. Adam has to ship me one. I don't know if he has yet. Snow or Goblins. Now, there are a couple wild cards on there where I have to look at the wheel and pick something from it, or I have to pick something that is absolutely not on the wheel. Those were just to finish out the I was going to say the wheel of cheese. It's not a wheel of cheese, but all right. So that's where we're at right now. Let me just double check my Google Sheet to make sure that Adam didn't tell me what he wanted me to add. Okay, he did not. All right. Here we go. I added this new background, so supposedly it'll pop up and tell me. Or it will look better, but let's see. Blood Moon? Okay, so like I don't know why I get this weird reaction every time. Like something comes up and it's just like, Blood Moon. I guess we're playing Blood Moon, but then now I get to choose what format are we going to play it in, or what style of deck. Like that's the difference between if you give me a single card, I have to play that, just like Narcomoeba. I played it here, and I tried to make it relevant. So let me discuss with JP's wife, see what we're going to do this afternoon, and maybe we'll be back for some Blood Moon stream.